Agri SA is holding its national conference in Pretoria this week. This as the agricultural industry faces significant setbacks with disease outbreaks, rising water tariffs and increasing crime in local communities. Well, the conference also expected to respond to the recently passed expropriation bill and outlining how the Russia-Ukraine conflict is affecting wheat prices. Govan Whittles is there for us and joins us now. Govan, good morning to you. So, as you tell us about what Agri SA will be saying about all these potential risks, there's also an element here, or perhaps a development that we learned of just hours coming to air, and that is that the president who was meant to address that gathering is no longer going to be addressing it. Why is that? And who's going to stand in his place?
Yeah, we just got that confirmation from the presidency as we were also on our way to this event. No explanation given at this stage from the presidency, just a note to indicate that he won't be attending, but he has designated the Minister for Rural Development and Land Reform, Minister Toko Didiza, to take his place, and she'll be delivering the keynote address at this Agri SA conference, which is much anticipated due to the state of the sector. You've outlined some of the highlights and points that they are expecting to discuss. Important to note that this sector has created 250,000 jobs over the last 3 years. It was identified by the president himself as an area where a lot of government support would be needed to boost job creation in South Africa. And this conference would take stock of whether or not that's happened, and why it hasn't happened, if it hasn't in some cases. Of course, load shedding affecting farmers right now, it's one of the top of mind issues, but let's discuss some of what we can expect from this Agri SA conference, which has just kicked off. Joining me is Andrea Kamfer. She is the Risk and Disaster Manager at Agri SA. Andrea, so there are a lot of topical issues which the country would be looking towards Agri SA to get some insight on. What are the headline issues at this conference?
Thank you. So this year's theme is about growing local and to ensure that we have to promote and ensure national food security by growing local. We're going to discuss specifically the opportunities and challenges opposed by this, and we are very welcomed by Minister Toko Didiza as a keynote speaker, as you rightly mentioned. We will discuss also the agricultural master plan and ensuring local food production through this plan, creating sustainable infrastructure, growing local communities, and it's all in an effort to ensure national food security, but also create jobs, as you have mentioned, and to be more inclusive and sustainable as a national organization, as agriculture nationally.
So what kind of risks does the industry currently face?
There's a wide range of risk. We know that the land issue, expropriation without compensation, we've got rural safety, labor issues also arise. We've also got natural disasters that's sometimes imminent in the sector, water issues, so in economic, rising input costs. The challenges with the Ukraine and Russian war has also placed a lot of economic pressure on the sector. So there's a wide range of issues that's going to be discussed here, but specifically with the aim of growing local and the importance of South African farmers within the industry to grow local and to ensure food security.
Thank you so much. That's Andrea Kamfer. She's the Risk and Disaster Manager at Agri SA. She mentioned food security there, and one of the issues that we're hoping to raise with the Meat Importers Exporters Association and Milk Importers Exporters Association would be the current state of their ability to get things to the ports, considering the Transnet strike. All of these associations are here. They're able to provide key insights into what's happening in the sector. And of course, then there's Toko Didiza, who would be able to answer as to how government will intervene to ensure that that line to the ports and out of the country is not disrupted, but since it has been, what their plan is to get it back on track as soon as possible. For now, it's back to you, Oli.
Govan Whittles, thank you very much for that update.